Be careful not to cross my gaze. Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Insignificant great sleep is over.
As honor ordains. The shadow. Caught by the web. Trust death is a blessing.
Alright, there's the one left up and to the right, and there's one left up and to the left, apparently.
Death comes in silence.
The fame-hungry come. Insignificant. So it shall be. We'll make up your father's worthy instrument!
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
Insignificant.
Someone's death wish is mine to grant.
Tell me, John remember the name.
A wicked thought.
Oh, you're no fun.
The colossal warrior's formidable underframe can no longer bear his weight. With armor plates clanging, the great bulk slumps. A deep sound full of rage and tragic despair is born in his chest. Tech use success. You notice the convulsions in the Xenos limbs. The light is flickering in his eyes. Perhaps something went wrong during the monster's awakening from stasis, damaging his engrams and plunging him into madness. Finish off the monster. Die already. Bonk. The Xenos dies with a piercing howl of wrath. There is no fear in these sounds, only the stubbornness of a true warrior with the touch of regretted his defeat. A terrible rumble comes from somewhere deep inside the crypt as soon as the green fire goes out in the fallen warrior's eyes. The glow of the glyphs upon the walls becomes chaotic and disarrayed. Something just broke irreparably in the crypt.
What lies beyond?
Yay, there's a cutscene. Deactivate the shield. The Lord Inquisitor is expecting the rogue trader down below. Okay. Like how he just punches the button full force to turn the shield off. The surviving soldiers bear grave wounds inflicted by Gauss weapons. Even the most skilled chirurgeon would likely be powerless to heal them. A bulky device whose machine spirit is continuously weaving a protective force field. This must be what is holding the Xenos at bay, but looking at its unsteady flickering, one cannot help but wonder how long this barrier will last.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue.
Yeah, just that one little thing there is definitely enough to convince me to never try this game on single save mode. Like, if that can just end the whole run that close to the end, like 100 hours deep. Dude, I would not handle that well. All right. New save file. Oh, is this where you see... There's me and Abelard. There's me. There's me and Adora. This is where, okay, so we're seeing 3 versions of ourselves. I believe one is iconoclast, one is dogmatic, and one is heretical. Reality bubbles before you and bursts with an agonizing shriek. A few silhouettes now stand in your way. 3 of them seem to have your face, and yet the differences are striking. Each has been marked by other accomplishments and different experiences, making you feel like the protagonist of a tale about a pair of twins separated at birth. The merciful reflection. If you are sentient creatures and not mere eidolons, I suggest you back down without a fight. I did not come here to claim your lives. Cursed reflection. My master, the changer of ways, is this of your making? No, I can feel it is not. You are not playing tricks on me. You are sending me prey for great sacrifice. Glorious. Is there some ironic lesson in what is going on? Should I be looking in the mirror a little less, or perhaps try to look at myself from the outside? Or is this a hint that I am my own worst enemy? I shall ponder this in my memoir. Look at where your doppelgangers came from. The blatant abuse of the fabric of existence is causing the motes of reality to flare up. You see the mirages of the Cronus expanse in their glow, altered past recognition by the decisions you have made, or could have made in some other world. Who are you? Your replica smiles in understanding. I am Mukluk von Valancius the Magnificent. And if I know myself, which I most certainly do, you are now pondering what that makes you. The answer is simple. You are my reflection from a less glorious reality, a product of the malign influence of the treasure I seek. Some refer to me as the Warden of the Expanse, but I prefer being addressed simply as Mukluk. Nice to meet you, me from a different version of existence. The last doppelganger smiles coyly. Speaking of me, I am the only version of ourselves who chose the path to true power. I serve the Master, the changer of ways, and I have already chanced upon my reflections in his dreams, which is why I am the only one without a dumbstruck expression on my face. Welcome to reality, esteemed guests. I have my sneaking suspicion this meeting will end in bloodshed, but I still thank you for the kind words and hospitality. Address the peaceful copy. You seem to be the only one who isn't trying to pick a fight. I do not enjoy pointless violence. Power and authority can always be used for a more worthy purpose. Well, almost always. Unfortunately, sometimes violence does have a point, but it gives me little pleasure even then. What brings you to this most dangerous place, most peaceful one? Duty. I do not know what exactly Xavier had in mind, but judging by his past actions, it will be ambitious and terrible. He must be stopped. Lore success. Your doppelganger resolutely clenches his fists around an oddly shaped wraithbone talisman. The Eldari wear such amulets as tokens of a special bond with someone, or a token of remembrance for the dead. Wraithbone? I mean, Wraithbone is like Eldari. So, is that... Yvette? Why care so much for other people? I've been taught some harsh lessons. When Kunrad staged the coup, I was badly wounded. Abelard nursed me back to health, and so did the entire crew. They looked after me in the Protectorate for months while I was in limbo, a dark and joyless sleep in which I only heard Theodora's last words, protect my people. When I awoke, I vowed to do exactly that, to be not a master of my people, but their protector and their champion. The scars upon your soul bleed in ashen azure, yet your heart is bursting with flares of the most incredible hues. Crystal clear colors without any additions or impurities. A pure heart. I had all but forgotten they existed. What is your reality like? I think it has less bloodshed than yours. I brought peace to the Expanse, soothed the flame of Incendia's zeal, and stopped Caligos from falling to vileness. The two of us even managed to become friends. I sheltered the Eldari refugees and convinced them to join forces to fend off the Drukhari. I granted pardon to the pirates and renegades who strayed not out of malice, but because they had nowhere else to go. Kalkazar called me a heretic, but no one paid heed to that castigation. The Fellowship of the Void became a respectable merchant guild. Vladame shed almost all his thuggish habits, but died when Xavier turned Footfall into a colossal projectile, which he crashed into Euphrates II after it was captured by Urlon the Cruel. Thousands died that day, but tens of thousands were safely evacuated by Vladame, and I welcomed them to Dargonis. What? Vladame a hero who chose to sacrifice himself? Your world really is nothing like ours. I wish I could visit your universe. It seems to be brighter and kinder than mine. It is never too late to create it around you. Don't really want to talk to the other two. The situation has become complicated. How are we going to resolve it? I'm afraid we have no choice but to fight. What is hidden on this world imperils the millions of lives for which I'm responsible. For their sake, I will crush any opponent unless you all retreat without a fight. But I see we are outnumbered compared to you, Doppelganger. I think it would be wise to join forces, topple you first, and then resolve the conflict between those who have survived. I concur. We will finish off the one with the biggest retinue first, and then decide who is worthy of the prize. However, I already know who it's going to be. The Emperor is with me, and that means you are going to fall. Indeed, rogue traders are doomed to forever feud with one another, such as the power of that poison called ambition that seeps from our warrants. Oh, even the peaceful one is against me?
Of your demise.
Don't you dare to cross us!
Hmm.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
But of course, Lord Captain.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain. If I may. Me.
Strongholds.
If you insist, Lord Captain. Isn't
I've
this a
seen
job
worse
for the
battles
serfs?
than this in my time.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
They who discern the future own the battlefield.
Adira doing psyker stuff up there. Be kind of funny if she just blasted herself. Yo, what?
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
He's just zipping all over the place.
Yours or mine.
My place is at the wall. An exemplary strike.
Okay, Jay got knocked down, so she's skipping her turn. Okay, Cabela.
As honor ordains. I feel nothing, fear nothing. I bring mercy and retribution. I shall not fail. The shadows will see it done.
Bloodied yet still
Trust
standing.
me.
Gotta be careful with him because he can miss and just hit everybody.
The wolf with such tasks. No, not me. Feel the icy bite of death. Cubs play.
Alright, taunt those two.
Schemes. What if shattered foes in my wake? A wicked thought.
0% chance to hit. What? Ah, dang it. I did not mean to skip this turn. I messed up there. I was clicking a button on Muck's turn, but Muck's turn auto-ended, so my button click went to Heinrich's turn and skipped it.
I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may.
After this.
Unpleasant.
Adir is doing something off screen.
Can't be happening.
No, too great.
Sven says now it's buffering for me as well. Almost like a local DDoS thing. Now, if someone was DDoSing me, my Twitch stream would be suffering as well, and it's got 0 drop frames so far.
Like I need more augmentation.
According to my upload, I have 0 drop frames for Twitch and YouTube, so I don't really know what y'all seeing right now.
As the tenants demand, I shall not fail. As honor.
Okay, one down. Where? Oh, he's over here. Oh, I can't stand there.
A dance of blades and shadows. Trust me. As the tenants
Oh
demand.
my gosh. Everything's missing!
By claw and fang, the foe will be torn asunder. See how the wolf succeeds.
Oh my god.
Our foes reek of cowardice.
Landing so few hits right now. Alright, so where is... Alright, so Adira's way over there.
What is my news? Let's see.
Dude. What the heck? It's like hit parry, hit parry, hit parry, hit parry, hit parry.
Naturally. I won't object to it. Let's see to it. I won't object to it.
The shadows.
My, it's time for them to run, my sweet.
That won't stop me.
Dude, what? I zap them and they just start blendering each other.
Being ordered around. In the name of House Orcelio,
I shall not
I
fail,
shall prevail.
as honor ordains. My blade whispers your encounter. The other side.
Alright,
awaits.
Abelard's down.
I am your blade and shield. Next time.
Stop hitting me! Ashmak! Why did I not foresee this?
I will leave footprints of scarlet.
Next to Adira.
Me.
Trust me. The shadows will see it done, as honor ordains. Let your soul be pure. Killing brings me no pleasure. Death comes in silence. I shall my blade whispers your name. Let not the righteous
Death Waltz should finish this guy off.
Death is a blessing.
Yep. Okay, so all that's left is the one over here that's currently getting tanked.
So it shall be. The wolf on the hunt.
This one's really hard to hit.
Schemes within schemes. Let's see.
Freak, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Welcome.
What if
Top 3 games of all time.
a wicked thought?
I don't know. I mean, I was hooked on MMOs for half my life. I played EverQuest, WoW, and Guild Wars 2 for a total of like 15 plus years. So I've really been into those. But I enjoy CRPGs as well. Games like this, Baldur's Gate 3. I enjoy RTSs as well. Warcraft 1, 2, 3, Command & Conquer, StarCraft, stuff like that. I don't know that I have a top 3.
Alas, no.
I'd say it largely would depend on like when you ask me. Like at what point in my life.
Too bad I knew.
I should have used Mend Reality. There we go. Let's do that now.
Me, try to die with grace.
Alright, I think that's the last one. Anti-vehicle revolver. Auto striking power sword. Plus 30% parry. What? When the wielder successfully parries with this power sword, they immediately counterattack. Panoply of the Assassin. Each round, the wearer's dodge is increased by 10% till the end of combat. This effect resets after any attack made on the wearer. Okay, well that sword looked really nice. Eruption, melt-a-weapon, autos, what is this? life-draining sword. And Daemon World Origin Chaos Enforcer Carapace requires heretical.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
Bonebreaker Maul, Carskin Armor. Gain 1 AP after killing an enemy once per round. Quick save. Oh, yeah. And then I think there's 1 or 2 more to loot over here. Force access tech use 1%. That's not great. Someone loot her, please. There we go. Staff of Shock and Awe. Malleus Battle Glove. Oh, there's... Oh, there he is. Solar Staff. Fire spells. Light Carapace Armor. Okay. Exodus Longlast. Relic Silencer. Does not lose the elusive effect if they attack from cover. Melta Charge.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
The Tech Blight has barely affected this bridge, but almost completely devastated the Xena structures below. Quick save. What was that? Rosary of Defense gains 0% chance to ignore any incoming damage. So that scales something.
There will be no peace in my
Connect to
wake.
the memory core.
My pleasure.
So I'm fighting against Necrons. Lord Inquisitor, we're progressing according to plan. Our troops have already reached the target. Okay. Xenos or examine.
Useless.
As soon as you touch the obelisk, disjointed streams of alien information flood your mind, making you nauseous. Unnatural energies torment the Xenos' dead body, destroying and reconstructing it over and over. There appears to be a blockade at the bottom of
What lies
both sets of stairs.
beyond?
Just as I was taught.
Use demolition to break that. Cargo, which feels kind of weird at this point in the story. Just realized we got a few injuries on the party.
Torments you. You cannot trick death.
Medkit on
It will
Cabela.
claim
I owe you a
one
debt.
day.
Medkit on Jay.
Ready as always.
The dead know nothing, and neither do the
Oh, thank you, Sherry.
There is life in you yet.
Oh
Use
my
it
god, how many
wisely.
injuries does she
I owe
have?
you a debt.
I will mend the thread between body and
Oh,
soul.
thank you, Sherry.
Your time has not yet come.
I owe you a
Wait,
debt.
hold on. I think I'm using the wrong kind of kit. I think that's the problem. I think this would probably do it.
I will mend the thread between body and soul.
Guess I'm still alive.
No. Does that do it?
Your time has not yet come.
There we
you
go.
are
That's the
Mend
one.
the thread between body and soul.
You love to take charge, don't you?
Oh my god, stop. I'm not trying
Blood
to select
is
her.
my life. Death.
I guess I'm still alive.
It's funny that
There is life in you yet. Use it wisely.
The only thing that removes old injuries in this is the stuff we got when we were stripped of all our possessions and we were getting, like, you know, makeshift medkits and stuff.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Final fight? Question mark? I can see that you did not heed my warnings, Mukluk. Your decision to come here in spite of them may have consequences, but we still have a chance to turn it to everyone's advantage, if your lordship listens to me very carefully. Master von Kalox, I am pleased to see you. How was your journey? Illuminating, Lord Inquisitor. Heinrich's tone would have frozen anyone else solid, but not Kalkazar. What are you doing here? Exactly what my duty dictates. Saving the Imperium. Isn't it obvious? Point at the Xenoconstruct. Is that what you are here for? What is it? We call it a shard, and yes, as you have noted quite aptly, it is the reason I am here. This construct contains an ancient, or rather a pre-ancient being of cosmic power. They were called the Catan. The entity is currently trying to escape, and I am here to collar it. Kalkazar nods at the giant device, whose design clearly points to it having been brought into the crypt from outside. Of course the Inquisition wants to collar it. How typical. Jay's honeyed speech dissolves into soldiery crudeness. Throne, damn it, even I can see that no good can come of this grok shit crazy plan. And you think you stand a chance against such power? Do you mean to say that a human is not capable of such a feat? But I am not just a human, I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, one of many. And the Emperor is omnipotent. If I were to fail, another would follow in my footsteps. That is how humanity makes the impossible possible, with the hands of particular people in particular circumstances. Your skepticism is unwarranted. How will taming this creature help the Imperium? Over my years of service, I've come to realize that the main problem that humanity faces in this war is the imbalance of power. Our opponents are not races or nations, but incomprehensible monsters, and it is high time we acquired one of our own. My yoke will bind to this creature and make it a chained guard serving the Emperor. That is not the full extent of my vision. There are other shards similar to this one scattered across the galaxy. I plan on seeking them out and confining them all inside the yoke. Each conquered monstrosity will bolster our defenses. Fear. I hear nothing but fear in your words. It was fear that made you believe His grace alone is not enough to stand against the rising tide of darkness. It was fear that convinced you to seek salvation in the abyss of Xenos filth. You are no guardian of the Imperium, you are just a greedy old coward. I have questions. Given the circumstances of our meeting, I do not see why I should hide anything. I seriously doubt you will share this information with anyone else, for one reason or another. Why did you call for the Astartes to come to your aid? I needed a remarkably strong force to keep my Xenos allies in check. The Emperor's Angels were just the weapon I was looking for, except, considering the sensitive nature of my operation, I couldn't very well risk requesting aid from my allies in the Death Watch, could I? And then I remembered an old debt owed to me by a Space Wolves great company, so I decided to call in a favor. They were an asset at first. The Wolves helped me close the Dimensional Gate by overwhelming its security systems. I tasked them with hunting the Xenos condemned by Euremerus, but eventually they started prying, and that was unacceptable. I could control Thorbold by giving him more tempting targets, but the Baleful Howl Pack... They raided an outpost where my agents had been meeting with the Drukhari. The pack took prisoners, but lost the esteemed brother Ulfar. I hoped they would give their all to the search, but instead the wolves forced the system's coordinates out of the captives and came crashing down on my head. They had no gate to transport them, they used nothing but their warp engines. Thankfully, they realized their situation too late, so Tanakia managed to neutralize them. Oh, Kalkazar's people took out the Marines. Afternoon Muck, afternoon Shadows, my clock is awesome. What's up, Nugami? No, we're almost done with the game, so trying to wrap it up. Ulfar stares coldly at him, the deadly frost of Fenris crackling in his voice as he speaks. You will pay for this, Xavier Kalkazar. Know that I will have my blood vengeance. I will have your death. How did this thing end up in your possession? Thanks to your predecessor. I arrived in the Expanse at the call of the Explorator fleet to deal with Archimagos Amarnat's heresy. But I quickly came to the realization that the Coronis Expanse's problems ran much deeper than tech heresy. Unprecedented piracy running wild, blatant smuggling of Xenos artifacts, willful and impetuous rogue traders, and growing threat of the ruinous powers, all this in a region that the Drukhari consider their domain. Frankly, I considered purging the entire expanse. It would have been much easier to burn down this whole tangle of threats and corruption, but the web of spies that I